When it comes to quitting drinking long term, there's two real important parts. One of them is having that relationship with God. I gotta have somebody spiritual, something spiritual on my fighting team, okay? So that's real important. But the second thing is making amends. When we live a drunk life, there tends to be a lot of carnage. We normally leave a long trail of destruction behind us. People we've hurt, things that we've done. And when we go through life and we know about these things and we choose not to do anything about it, that creates an opening for the enemy. Okay, that is something that is wrong, something that I know that is wrong. Now I've just given the enemy permission to come into my life, right? Just like we heard of in part one, where if we have a thief outside and I leave my door ajar in my house, then that thief is allowed to come in. So when I have things that I know that I should apologize for or admit to, and I choose not to do it, then I'm allowing the enemy in. What happens there is, let's say that I'm not drinking, I'm applying all the things that we've been talking about, I'm doing everything I can, I'm creating and maintaining a relationship with God, but I'm still struggling like crazy. You know what I mean? I'm still tempted, and it seems like God isn't answering my prayers. What's going on? It seems like this isn't working. Well, what it is working, but it's the enemy is in your life, and he's working, right? Because you've allowed him in on something like this. So I need to make amends. All right? So let me tell you what that is. I'll give you an example of what that is. It's me getting on the phone and calling someone up that I might have done something to a long time ago, and saying, hey, this is Scott. You may or may not remember this, but back so-and-so and so-and-so, I did this and that, and I'd like to apologize to you about that. I shouldn't have done it. I feel bad about it, and I apologize. I'm sorry I did that. Let's say my neighbor who lives, 3 or 4 houses down the road, he was out at the bar one night, and I was drunk, and I backed into his car and put a little dent into it, and I just took off. Well, I might give him a ring and say, hey, you know how somebody ran into your car like 6 months ago? Well, that was me. I'm sorry that I did that. I'd like to pay for that if you'd allow me. That's what amends look like. And when we call up somebody to make amends, all we do is admit to what we've done and apologize, okay? Do not make excuses. That is not an apology. That is not an amend. When you call somebody up, start giving a bunch of excuses on why you did it. Just tell them, admit to what you've done. This is what I did, and I would like to apologize for it. End of story. That's an amend. And then now we're not giving the enemy a foothold in our life. Now you might think, oh man, boy, I got a lot of amends to make, and I want the enemy to get right out of my life. I can't take it anymore. So I'm going to take like 3 days off from work, and I'm going to be on the phone 24 hours a day. You don't have to do that. See, the process of being redeemed and forgiveness starts at your willingness. Okay, so if you're willing to do this, if this is something you're willing to do, then God will cover you at that point. Now you have to be willing to do it, knowing that you're actually going to take action. Okay, we can't be just willing and then never have any plans of doing anything. But I don't need to take a bunch of time off from work to go and do this. Once I'm willing to do it, knowing that I'm actually going to take action and do it, I'm good to go, man. This will really set you free.